Hello to you again. I really hope you're enjoying my videos, and if not, tell me in the comment section what you think about them. This is CNGTV with Miss Shirley. Welcome again to this channel, and thank you so much for subscribing. Thank you for taking your time to watch. Thank you for commenting. Thank you so much. Please feel appreciated. We've been looking at the parts of speech. I really hope you're learning something from the previous videos and to all the videos that I'll be posting next. We'll be looking at the parts of speech. We looked at nouns, we looked at verbs, pronouns, adverbs, conjunctions, and also we looked at adjectives. Today we go on and look at prepositions. Please refer to the previous videos in case we mention something that you won't understand on what we learned on the previous topics. Today we look at prepositions, and with prepositions, in as much as they join words, they are used to show the relationships between the different parts of a sentence. Let's have a quick example. The girl is inside the house. The girl is inside the house. I said prepositions join sentences and show the relationship between the different parts of a sentence. And I'm using the example, the girl is inside the house. I want you to underline the word inside. Inside is a preposition. It joins the words the girl and the house. But you can also see that it shows the relationship between the girl and the house. We call these prepositions, and inside is an example of a preposition. To define it, you say a preposition is a word that is used to join sentences together and also show the relationship between the different parts of a sentence. They are words which those words which join words together and show the relationship between the different parts of a sentence. I have an example here. He found the book on the table. He found the book on the table. First of all, you can see that on, please underline the word on. On has been used to join the words he found the book and the table. And also on has been used to show the relationship between the book and the table. And that is what prepositions do. They show the relationship between the different parts of a sentence. We have different types of prepositions. We have simple prepositions. And when you talk about simple prepositions, you're talking about one-word prepositions. For example, in, on, at, about. These are one-word prepositions. For example, on, at, about, for, etc. But we also have double prepositions which are made up of two words. For example, into with in. You can say into is made up of in and to. Within is made up of with and in. Upon, onto, on and to. Apart from that, we also have compound prepositions. Compound prepositions are made up of two words. For example, according to, close to, next to, because of, etc. We definitely have more examples. I've just given a few. I want you to go on and look up for more examples. Let's have an example in sentence. He was upset because of his son's behavior. He was upset because of his son's behavior. We can see the because of has been used to join the phrases, and it has also been used to show the relationship between him being upset and his son's behavior. We also have participle prepositions, for example, given, during, including, considering, etc. Let's have an example in sentence. Considering what he had to work with, he did a pretty good job. Considering what he had to work with, he did a pretty good job. Next, we have phrase prepositions. These are made up of a combination of, first of all, a preposition, a modifier, and an object, but the object can be optional. Phrase prepositions are made up of a preposition and a modifier and an object, but in this case, the object is optional. Examples of these can be from my father, under the blanket, at home, in time, etc. He arrived in school on time. Can use on time there. He arrived to school on time. And sometimes we classify prepositions according to their use in sentences. Sometimes we classify them according to their use in sentences. Sorry for that. Sometimes we classify preposition based on their use in sentences. We have prepositions of time, for example, morning, evening, day, night, AM, PM, etc. He arrived in the morning. He came to school in the morning. He came to school at 6:30 AM, etc. We have prepositions of time. We also have prepositions of directions. For example, east, west, above, below, etc. We also have prepositions of place. For example, on, in, at, under, inside, onto, etc. The cat is under the table, or the girl is inside the house. It is on the table. Let us just use those examples, but other examples of prepositions of place are on, in, at, under, inside, outside, onto, etc. We have prepositions of relation. For example, along, above, against, besides, etc. For example, along, above, against, besides, etc. Now we've looked at these prepositions. We now want to look at the uses of a few prepositions. Let us start with at. At is used for precise time. For example, at 10:30 AM, at 8 o'clock, at dawn or dusk, at night, at the same time, at the moment, etc. When you want to use at, you use it when you talk about a precise time. For example, at the moment, at dawn, at dusk, etc. We also have the preposition in. In can be used for months, years, decades, centuries, etc. In can be used for months, years, decades, centuries, etc. For example, in 1991, in December, in the 21st century, in the 70s, use in. sometimes in months, years, decades, centuries, etc. We also have on. On can be used for days and dates. We use on for days and dates. For example, on Wednesday, on my wedding day, on the first day, on Tuesday night, etc. Those are so we've been looking at the uses of at, in, and on, and we've noticed that at is used with precise time. For example, at 10 o'clock, at the moment, at 8 o'clock, at night, or at dusk, etc. But when you talk about in, we use it with months, years, decades, centuries, etc. For example, in the 21st century, in December, in 1991, etc. And when you look at on, you use it with days and dates. For example, on Wednesday, on my wedding day, on the first day, on Tuesday nights, etc. Now, let's go on and look at more examples of the uses of prepositions. We just look at examples in sentences. Number 1, I always wake up at 6 a.m. I always wake up at 6 a.m. Number 2, she retired in June. She retired in June. Remember, in was used with months, years, decades, centuries, etc. Months, years, decades, and centuries. You can see an example. She retired in June. She retired in June. In has been used to show the relationship between her and June, the month. Number 3, we have I've been living here for 2 years. I've been living here for 2 years. I've been living here for 2 years. Number 4, we have the example in sentence, Adam is in the bus. You can also see the relationship between the bus and Adam. Adam is in the bus. I walked towards the gate. I walked towards the gate. And see the relationship between I and the gate. We walked slowly through the bushes. We walked slowly through the bushes. We look at more examples. I am coming with you all. I am coming with you all. Mom is working in the kitchen. You can also see the relationship between mom and the kitchen. Mom is working in the kitchen. He'll be late for his flight. He'll be late for his flight. My office is just by the next street. My office is just by the next street. He hides a treasure under a tree. He hides a treasure under a tree. The acting of the actor was so good. She sleeps on the sofa. She sleeps on the sofa. You can also see once again the relationship between her and the sofa. Now, just to summarize the class, I say the preposition is a word that is used to join words and also used to join the relationship between the different parts of a sentence. We classified prepositions differently, and we said sometimes they can be They can be classified according to their uses. For example, place, time, direction, relation, etc. We looked at the uses of on, in, and at. We looked at the uses of on, in, and at, and we also tried to use prepositions in sentences. I really hope you are keen on the class today, and I really hope you learned something on prepositions from this video. That has been it on prepositions. Thank you for watching. I really thank you for subscribing, and I really hope that you turned on the notification bell. Let's get you notified when next we post a video. This has been ENDTV with Miss Shirley. I really hope we will meet on the next video. Please go to the comment section. Tell me how this class has been. Tell me what you think about prepositions, and also comment on what we haven't learned on prepositions. While at that, please let me know on what you want us to cover next. Thank you so much. I really hope that you're having a nice time wherever you are, and I really hope that you're having a great day. Please take care of yourself and spread some love. Let's meet on the next video. Goodbye.